Hey guys, Tommy with Studio Sense here. Welcome to a brand new day and a brand new video and another edition of What's Happening in Men's Fragrance. For those of you out there that want an audio timestamp, it is July 2022, so got a few new fragrances for men that are up and coming that I wanted to bring your attention to, and so that's what we're going to be talking about today. We'll also be talking about some potential fake news, whether it's real or whether it's going to be happening. That and more is coming your way, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone to another edition of What's Happening in Men's Fragrance. A couple of things to want to talk about first before I get into some of the new fragrances that are going to be released. I was actually talking with my good friend Ash of Gent Sense the other day about the Y line, and in particular a fragrance that I use quite a bit in the high heat of summer, and that is Eau Fraiche. Hard to find right now when you look on any website. However, if you go to Nordstroms.com in their rack store, you'll find this for sale, and oftentimes fragrances that appear there for sale are shortly either discontinued or they are a very short run of fragrances. So wondering if Eau Fraiche is actually getting ready to be discontinued. I hope that's not the case, but I did want to throw that out there as food for thought. In case you're interested in purchasing this, if you don't already own it, you might want to purchase one from Nordstrom's rack. I would say they'll be picked up pretty quickly in the event that it's being discontinued. So let's open up some discussion regarding Eau Fraiche in the comments below. Let me know if you think it's going to be discontinued, if you've actually talked with YSL about it in chat with customer service or not, and if they've mentioned anything about this being discontinued. I was actually going to do that the other day and haven't done it yet, but it might be wise to do so to kind of get the final word on that. All right, what about up and coming fragrances? Thor, aka Chris Hemsworth, he's putting away the hammer for a moment to do some studio shoots for a new Boss bottled fragrance by Hugo Boss. Now, not that long ago, in 2021, Hugo Boss released Boss bottled Eau de Parfum, which is, in my opinion, one of the best Boss bottled fragrances, simply because Annick Bernardo did a fantastic job in creating a very spicy, warm, inviting, that whole apple pie kind of strudel, kind of cinnamon, spicy fragrance for cooler weather, and refined it even more in Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum. Well, now Boss Bottled is going to add a new iteration to the Boss Bottled line in Boss Bottled, you guessed it, Parfum. It's classified as a woody aromatic fragrance for the masculine man of determination. Actually, Annick Bernardo is back to create the formula for this along with Suzy Lahely, whom you may or may not have heard of before, and they purportedly are creating the most intense version of Boss Bottled to date in the Boss Bottled Parfum. This woody amber composition then is going to become the new signature fragrance for Boss Bottled in its extraordinary richness and texture. The notes of the fragrance are tangy mandarin and spicy incense oils, which lead into a sublime heart note of iris concrete and fig tree root accord. A warm base note of cedarwood essence and leather accord completes the fragrance with a woody elegance. So basically it's Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum, but it's going to be warmer, richer, darker, more inviting. My favorite descriptors for men's fragrance. The iconic Boss Bottled bottle, say that fast 5 times, is going to have a silky black metallic finish with gold accents on the outer packaging. The fragrance is going to be available in both 50 ml and 100 ml, and if you want to go full boss mode, you can get a 200 ml bottle as well. So you might want to check out Boss Bottled Parfum by Hugo Boss. Pretty much a year ago today, Calvin Klein released Defy, similar in many ways to Y by Yves Saint Laurent, and now they have decided to release an Eau de Parfum version called, of course, Defy Eau de Parfum by Calvin Klein. Defy Eau de Parfum is a daring contrast of invigorating freshness and powerful woods with a touch of warm leather. Top notes of mandarin orange and black pepper give the fragrance a fresh, irresistible kick. The heart note of soft, velvety leather offers a strong contrast to the freshness of the top notes, combining Morocco leather and suede in a new, raw way. The base note of Haitian vetiver helps anchor the power of this citrusy fragrance, giving it strength, naturalness, and purpose with a lasting masculine signature. The dark blue bottle is supposed to invoke like a denim minimalism kind of feel and look. The contrasting straight corners and round curves of the bottle are same exact bottle as Defy. It's just going to be darker. Similar to Boss Bottled Parfum, Defy Eau de Parfum is going to come in 50 ml, 100 ml, and 200 ml size if you're interested when it's released. Another fragrance is going to be released really soon that you might be interested in, although not a ton of people were interested in this fragrance. The face of the fragrance is Adam Driver. That might give you a hint. Yes, it is the new Burberry Hero fragrance. Now, Hero is an eau de toilette, so this of course is going to be Hero Eau de Parfum version. Hero Eau de Parfum is going to be just like you might expect, an intense, new, woody, aromatic version for the strong, confident, shirtless man who likes to run on the beach with horses. It represents a man on a journey to self-discovery with an explorative spirit with a centered sensibility. His energy exudes tender soulfulness. I'm sorry, it's hard to read these blurbs with a straight face. The fragrance features a trio of warm cedarwood oils as its signature base, culminating in a fresh and luminous crescendo. The vibrant opening of pine needle blends with benzoin and incense, creating an intense fusion of profound sensuality. The bottle is going to feature the TB monogram. It's going to be dressed up in deep oak and gold tones, inspired by the house codes to express the new intensity of the fragrance within. So basically, this is going to be the nighttime, date night version of the woody original Hero fragrance. It can't do much worse than Hero. So hopefully it's going to be better received than Hero was. And while I'm not a super huge fan of Hero, it's not a bad fragrance if you like a light, woody fragrance. In fact, I'll talk to you in another video soon about why and when you might use Hero, the original. But for some of you out there, including myself, curious to see what incense, cedarwood oils, and pine needles are going to do to the formula of the fragrance. So you might want to check out Burberry Hero, the Eau de Parfum. It's going to be available this July 2022. It's going to be available in 50 ml, 100 ml, and 150 ml sizes. For those of you out there that love the sport of tennis, you might be interested to know that Lacoste is going to release a new version of Lacoste Match Point, which is the green fragrance. There's actually Match Point Eau de Toilette and Match Point Eau de Parfum, and they've created Match Point Cologne. Match Point Cologne is a new eau de toilette for men. Let yourself be carried away by the exhilarating freshness of Match Point Cologne. It's classified as an aromatic woody fragrance for men. It's going to feature top notes of rhubarb accord, orange peel essence, and mandarin essence, followed by middle notes of gentian accord, lavender essence, and clary sage essence. Base notes of vetiver, cashmere, and ambroxan. Match Point Cologne is presented in an elegant bottle whose details pay homage to the emblematic codes of tennis. Its concave base symbolizes the impact of the match point, while the green cap recalls the racket handle of the legendary René Lacoste, founder of the brand. The Match Point signature, split in two by a sketched black line, is a nod to the tennis court. Everything about this fragrance is all about tennis. So if you are in love with tennis, you enjoy playing tennis, you're just a sports fanatic, you might want to check out Match Point Cologne. Who knows, they might have a home run if I can borrow a different sport with this one. I certainly hope so, because although Match Point, the Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum versions, I still really enjoy them for a nice high heat sport fragrance. So hopefully this one will follow suit. I would really love to see Match Point Cologne be a nice, fresh, new take on Match Point and be longer lasting. Of course, it's going to come in a 50 ml and 100 ml size. The last fragrance we're going to talk about is a niche fragrance, but it's one of my absolute all-time favorite niche fragrance brands. It is Amouage. Opus 14 Royal Tobacco by Amouage is a new fragrance for men and women. Opus 14 Royal Tobacco, a brand new member of the library collection, is all about unearthing new discoveries in perfumery. A fragrant travel along the Tropic of Cancer from Oman to Cuba, connecting royal frankincense to regal tobacco. It's considered a spicy, woody fragrance featuring top notes of frankincense oil, elemi, cardamom, anise, basil, and bergamot, followed by heart notes of tobacco absolute, licorice root, lavender, prunal, fenugreek, orange blossom, osmanthus, and rose, and base notes of frankincense resinoid, Peru balsam, benzoin, labdanum, myrrh, birch tar, tonka bean, Madagascan vanilla, vetiver, guaiac wood, oud assam, and musks. That sounds absolutely amazing. I don't care who you are, but if you're into niche fragrances or you're into tobacco-oriented fragrances that are a little bit heavier, not so much about the head turning and the compliment pulling, pleasing yourself and your collection, you definitely want to check out Amouage Opus 14 Royal Tobacco. Of course, you might want to remortgage your home, bring your wallet and your bank account because you're going to need it for this fragrance. It's not going to be inexpensive, but I feel like it's going to be definitely worth the price tag. Well guys, that's it for what's happening in men's fragrance this edition for July 2022. Hopefully we'll have more releases coming out relatively soon so that I can keep you guys updated. I did want to mention that the picture of the day is Le Beau Le Parfum by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And I've not talked about this fragrance. I've not done a first impression of this fragrance, but I will do that very soon. I do really like it, and I'll tell you why, that I really enjoy this, as well as the Eau de Toilette version, but which one you might want to seek out. But it is our picture of the day. The bottle of the day is the new Diesel Sound of the Brave. It is a DJ music inspired fragrance. The bottle's pretty cool though, so that's why I wanted to feature it today. It's kind of got a new look instead of that, diesel fist that you're used to. It's got kind of a different wavy, stylized look and pretty cool for the Diesel line of fragrances. That wraps up this edition of What's Happening in Men's Fragrance. If I missed something, please let me know. Something notable, let me know in the comments below. Someone sent me an email about D Squared Wood Original. The bottle looks like this. I haven't done a first impressions of that yet, but I will be doing that soon. But it's supposed to be going back to the original He Wood and a newer version of He Wood, which would be really cool because I don't know why they took He Wood off the market. It's a really good woody fragrance. So that's coming up soon, along with a lot more. Thanks so much though for tuning in today. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.